Among all the personality types Carl Jung described, the introverted intuitive stands apart, not just because of its rarity, but because of how it perceives the world. This type doesn't rely on facts or logic to navigate reality. Instead, it operates on symbols, patterns, and gut-level instincts that often have no clear origin. It doesn't see the world as it is. It sees what it's becoming. It senses the invisible, the subtle shifts beneath the surface, the archetypal patterns forming in the background before anyone else can name them. This way of being can feel like a gift and a curse. The introverted intuitive can walk into a room and feel the hidden tensions, spot someone's internal struggle without a word being said, or sense when a major life change is coming long before there's any evidence. But these insights don't translate easily into words, and when they are shared, they are often met with confusion, doubt, or ridicule. So, this type learns to stay quiet. They turn inward, keeping their perceptions to themselves, and the inner world becomes a sanctuary, but also a trap. Jung warned of the consequences. When intuitive insights are not expressed, through writing, art, movement, or ritual, they begin to dominate the psyche. What was once a powerful connection to the unconscious becomes a source of anxiety, disconnection, and even delusion. The person stops being the observer of the symbol and becomes consumed by it. They lose the ability to tell the difference between meaningful vision and fantasy. They drift away from the world, isolated by truths no one else seems to see. This internal collapse often looks like brilliance on the outside, deep thoughts, strange dreams, bold ideas. But without grounding, it becomes unsustainable. Practical life starts to fade. Deadlines, relationships, routines all feel irrelevant. Reality slips through the cracks, and the person becomes a prophet no one listens to, or a genius who can't function. What starts as depth turns into distance. But it doesn't have to be that way. Jung believed that intuition, when expressed and balanced, becomes a transformative force. The key is externalization. When the intuitive person finds a way to give form to what they feel, whether through painting, poetry, music, or honest conversation, they reconnect with the world. The inner images that once overwhelmed them become bridges instead of barriers. They offer insight, not isolation. History has shown this process in action. Kafka wrote from the depths of symbolic alienation, creating stories that captured the absurdity of existence. Van Gogh turned emotional chaos into color, shape, and light. Even Jung, himself an introverted intuitive, transformed dreams and symbols into an entire framework for understanding the psyche. What made these people different wasn't just their sensitivity. It was their ability to translate it into something others could experience. But even creativity isn't enough without grounding. The introverted intuitive must also return to the body, to the senses, to the present. Cooking, walking, touching the earth, these small acts keep the symbolic world from becoming too abstract. They act as anchors. Without them, inspiration turns into escape. The visions become too intense, and instead of leading to growth, they lead to fragmentation. Simple routines, lighting a candle in the morning, journaling at night, tending to a garden, are not empty habits. They are rituals that tell the unconscious there is order, presence, and safety. They make space for the intuitive function to serve its true purpose. Guidance, not domination. Intuition, when rooted in sensation, becomes wisdom. Still, even with grounding and creative expression, there remains a final tension. The world does not value what it cannot measure. A society obsessed with productivity, data, and external success has little patience for the invisible, the symbolic, or the intuitive. The introverted intuitive walks a narrow path, balancing their inner truth with the pressure to conform, and often they must choose: betray their insight to fit in, or remain faithful to it and risk misunderstanding. This choice isn't always dramatic. It shows up in small moments, staying silent in conversations, downplaying their instincts, pretending not to notice what they see so clearly. But this quiet compromise chips away at authenticity. Jung believed that the path of individuation, the path to wholeness, requires holding on to one's inner vision, even when the world doesn't see its value. Not with arrogance, but with quiet strength. To live symbolically in a materialistic world is a form of resistance. It means trusting what you feel even when you can't prove it. It means creating meaning where others only see noise. It means standing by your insight, not because it's popular, but because it's true. And when you do that, when you choose to express instead of suppress, you become something rare. A reminder that there's more to life than what we can measure. A quiet force capable of reshaping culture, one symbol at a time.